Hey everyone, long time no fish video. A lot's happened since the last one. My fish had to take a forced vacation after some unfortunate events that definitely have nothing to do with rogue insect spray killing the wrong invertebrates. Rest in peace, shrimpies, you will be missed. God bless. As you can tell from the title, I've got some pretty cool news regarding my next Betta fish, but to maintain this channel's fashion, I need to spend a few years explaining a bunch of other stuff, because there's some new faces that deserve some spotlight as well. For some context, I set this smaller tank up as a temporary home for the fish while I was dealing with the insect repellent in the main tank. More news on the state of this tank later. As you might already have seen, I got a small group of neon tetras now. I've always wanted to try a schooling fish, but never had the opportunity to house some adequately. They'll be going in the larger tank later, but for now, I had them in with my other catfish, which introduced some more colors and life. These guys look awesome when surrounded by plants, and the way they all eat is pretty cool too, since they each pick at large pieces of food. I don't quite have a name for this group yet, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you! Alright, arguably a controversial pickup because of how big these guys can get, but I did pick up a bristlenose pleco, which I admit was definitely an impulsive purchase at the time. It's hard to see her from time to time, so I've got very limited footage of her, but so far she's been just chilling on various objects in the tank. She's of course not staying in this tank and has moved to a larger one, but when the time comes and she's too big, fear not, she will be moved and given a new home. I also don't have a name for her yet, so leave your suggestions. After a couple of days, I felt confident reintroducing the fish into the OG tank. However, I decided to remove the large canyon in the middle since I wanted more space on the ground for my catfish and other fish to roam around. There was a lot of debris floating around, so I let that settle. In the meantime, I activated my inner Thai fisherman abilities and began not one, but a 2-hour-long chase with my fishnet. For those that don't own fish and think that there's some thrill trying to catch your own fish with a net, trust me, this is only enjoyable for the first 10 minutes when they accidentally wander into the net. The minute these guys figure out the trick, it's like Nemo and everyone just keeps swimming even though you're trying to help. Anyways, here's the first lot of Pokemon I managed to secure. Let it be known, I never want to catch neon tetras ever again. Seriously, these guys could get hit with a nuke and still evade the blast. They're that crafty. The second group were heaps easier, thankfully. I can always trust my pandas to be cooperative and not give me a massive headache. Well, most of the time, because usually they're like swimming up and down the glass and all that, and they'll bump into all the other fish, and you know, it wreaks havoc for everyone and not everyone's happy. Okay, I'm dragging this out now, but I just want to add, I made a cool thinger with driftwood, super glue, and Anubias and Java plants. It didn't sink, so I asked my dad to break some small rocks from the big rocks from earlier. Now we have a beautiful piece for the fish to swim around. That is all. Let's get to the main bit now. Around Christmas time, I was at a market, and would you believe it, they had Betta fish. A lot of beautiful ones too, that looked very healthy and very cute. Initially, I only wanted one, however, as you can see, I walked away with two. The sandy tank I had set up prior as a holiday tank is now vacant since the fish moved out. This means I have capacity to look after 2 fighting fish. However, the pretty Betta boy that will be living here will be for another video, since as you can tell from the thumbnail, this video is a special introduction for this blue galaxy Betta. At first, he was a bit shy, but after a while, he gained some curiosity and began exploring the environment that is now his new home. I didn't notice this at first, but after reviewing some videos I took of him, I later realized the little guy was actually missing a pectoral fin. He still has a little nub, but for the most part lacks the fin itself. I asked the community of Betta keepers on Reddit if he was going to be okay, and the consensus was that he'd be fine and that the fin might grow back later. However, a lot of people started calling him Nemo, which I actually find super cute and appropriate for him. So, with that said, let's all welcome Nemo to the channel. It's been a few days now and Nemo looks great. He's not afraid of me and sometimes swims around my hand when I try to fix things around the tank. I've been trying to get him to eat some worms from my tongs, but he's been pretty unwilling for the most part. Maybe it'll take some more time, but for now, that's alright. So long as he's happy, I'm happy. Okay, that concludes this week's video. You guys know the drill. If you enjoy what you see, please like and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. The video will be releasing on New Year's Eve for us Australians, so I want to wish everyone a happy and safe new year. May you all achieve your goals and desires. I really appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video.